This is what we wish to talk to you about today, is how your abilities and your perceptions are going to continue to expand, especially in the latter part of 2024 by your planetary year. Many of you love your energetic updates. Many of you think the energetic updates determine where you're at and what you can do. And that is not the case at all. You can be aware of what the energies are and then flow more smoothly with them or take advantage of them. But they do not determine your reality.
Welcome to Becoming Awesome with Peter D. channeling the 9D Arcturian Council.
Hey, you beautiful souls. Today's channel is going to be the 9D Arcturian Council. I haven't done a full channel with them yet, so this is going to be super, super fun. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe. It's the only way the YouTube algorithm can identify these things and put them out there for people to hear. So I'm going to ask you to help me out with that. We're going to get into the topic of what's coming down the pipe for the rest of 2024 with energetic shifts can we expect. All right, here we go. Beautiful people who are attending to this message, we are so happy to be with you. As the 9D Arcturian Council, we have been in contact with Earth for much of your history. Now, channels are beginning to carry messages from us to you, and we are grateful for this opportunity to be with Peter. We were one of the first groupings that he would contact when he started to expand his channeling abilities. And we were pleased to be there. We sat in on every session he gives individually to send healing and upgrade abilities to the people he works with. He has not come forward as a channel for our messages because he had the silly notion that, other people are doing it, and he did not want to confuse or muddy the waters. No, you understand that everybody connects to everybody now. This is how the new channeling and the new stepping forward by claiming your place in the galactic brotherhood and sisterhood will look like as you ascend. Everybody will connect to everybody. Your internet is an example of this. There are many feeds. You don't have to follow them if you do not wish. And there are many people who can tweet or blog on the same topic or even as the same voice. This is something you have not yet wrapped your heads around yet, that many people can be speaking from one source. And of course, there is no right or wrong to any of the messages that come through. You see, they are filtered by you, in this case, by this channel, Peter. And as such, we can only send messages that he interprets through his words, his experience, his understanding of our vibration. So it will uniquely sound like this flavor of the 9D Arcturian Council, whereas other great channels will have other flavors of us. And it's all okay, because this is how it is. You connect where you're at with your own perceptive abilities. And this is what we wish to talk to you about today, is how your abilities and your perceptions are going to continue to expand, especially in the latter part of 2024 by your planetary year. Peter never likes to give predictions and dates and energetic updates, so all we have to say to him is, and we are not laughing at him, we are laughing with him, because that's an old notion that needs to go away, just like many of the other old notions that can go away. Many of you love your energetic updates. The hesitancy he has had, and this is valid, is that many of you think the energetic updates determine where you're at and what you can do. And that is not the case at all. You can be aware of what the energies are and then flow more smoothly with them or take advantage of them. But they do not determine your reality. You determine your reality, and you must always understand that. And if you are still playing the game, oh, well, the energy out there is this, and that's why I'm that way, you are shunning, spurning your own ability to be a God source creator being. And this is what his hesitancy was, and it is valid, but it is not holding us back. And we do not want it to hold you back. We just do not want you to sit there and play the child card anymore. Oh, the energies are this way, and Mercury's in retrograde, and that's why I'm... No. You are you because you always choose it in the moment. Certain energies make it more wonderful. For example, this channel, Peter, likes to go paddleboarding, but he does not go on windy days or on cold days. Why? Because it's more conducive to his enjoyment when the temperature is a certain thing and the sun is a certain thing. And it is the same way with energy. If you know what the energies are, you can enjoy them more. But you don't let them determine that. He doesn't say, oh, it's raining outside, so therefore I am not a paddleboarder. He is still a paddleboarder. He's just not choosing to use it in that moment, because he knows he will get more joy, more of what he desires, by timing it to what he observes around him. That is a more proper use of energetics. So stop playing the game of, oh, well, this is why it is. Take responsibility for who you are, because it's who you are. And if you want to be more, you must first be who you are. Yes. So in this year, you had this beautiful eclipse that had not happened too long ago, but many of you paid attention to it, and there were beautiful upgrades that came to it. So first of all, eclipses have been happening throughout time. Why is it now? Well, so important now. Well, because the energetics are changing, which allows more to come through, which allows more entities and beings like us to send you more, to turn the dial up. And you will notice that this is expressed in your consciousness by more of you sitting there and saying, yeah, I am going to pay my attention on this. I'm going to allow myself to receive this energy. You still use the outside event of, oh, there was an eclipse, instead of just saying, oh, it's going on right now and it's still going on and I can just receive it right now. But hey, if you need the eclipse, you had the eclipse. It was super cool, and it was a focal point. That's all it was a focal point. And so that amplified it up a little bit more because of the group focus. But this energetic is still always there, and it's going to continue and grow through the rest of your 2024. You do not need to sit there and time everything. Oh, this event happened, let me get it. That event happened, let me get it. You can. But again, it puts you in the back seat. Get in the front seat, grab the steering wheel. You are driving the car of your own ascension. So that is the first thing we wish to share with you, is that you are very, very powerful, and you can allow this. And the eclipse event was in a group focus of allowing. Now, what else can you allow during the rest of this year? Well, the first thing is understanding that it is your allowance that gives you these abilities. Not that, oh, I went and took an energy bath during the eclipse. You can take all the energy baths you want, but if you never allow, it won't do a darn bit of good. But if you allow, then when you do take those energy baths, whoosh, things happen. The community that Peter enjoys, his Becoming Awesome community, meets each week where they share miracles. And so many people are reporting just a real uptick right now, because that is what the energy is right now. Because the eclipse stuff has settled in, and you allowed it, and you had a place to allow it because you said it wasn't an eclipse, and therefore you are seeing more of it. But you can do this regardless by just continually focusing on, I am in the act of receiving. I am growing. And then, of course, the prayer that is continually given by us and many, many channels. Thank you, more please. Consolidate your gains with a thank you. Ask and allow by saying more please. So this will continue. Now, many people on the planet are understanding that we are moving into this new age. And as such, a lot of the old structures are going to fall away. One of the old structures are what you are looking at as your political system. In these United States where Peter lives, this is a big presidential election year. And that means there's going to be all kinds of things going on. Peter enjoyed running for governor, 6 years ago? And he needed to get that out of his system because it was his way of thinking, I can bring light to these dark places. And he realized that he just bathed himself with darkness and got into deep, deep levels of corruption and had to clear that within himself before he could do this. Now, it was very good he did that because look at where he is now. And this is a purge he went through. What's going on in this election cycle will be a purge for many. Most of you understand that it's manipulated at some level. I think the most fun part was when Peter one day was looking at voting results in one particular county in California. They had hourly results being posted, and they posted the results for that hour, and only one vote was cast, and the tally showed 2/3 of a vote for this candidate and 1/3 of a vote for that candidate. One man, 1/3 of a vote. So you know it is manipulated at the deepest level, and you're aware of this, and many people are making crusades to expose that. And this is a beautiful thing. And what they're doing is they're still fighting at the level of the darkness. They're still staying where it is all dense and compacted and trying to change it there. And, you may or may not get some success. But the reality is, how many years have you been promised that this outcome by that candidate or this outcome by this party? And have you gotten it? Is your life really any better when you participate in that? Or do you just get this, and yes, and a righteousness and everything? Of course, those are beautiful things, and you can own them and enjoy them, and eventually you'll have to clear them. When you do, you're ready. Okay? But does it really change the outcome of your life? And so you're starting to understand, most people are understanding, that that realm unto itself does not really make the goodness that I desire. It does come with certain power grabs, like money being transferred to certain groups or policies that protect certain groups and put other ones down. You're understanding all that. And this is beautiful because that has to go away. And it's going to go away when enough of you put your attention on something better. Oh, that system isn't working, but I can focus on it. And sometimes you think systemically, right? Those of you who are still in this world and still believe that it's a systemic thing and must be done in 3D. No, that's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to keep perpetuating it just with a new design. And you notice how they do it in the 3D world. It's their fault. I promised you this, and you would have it if it wasn't for these evil people. The big hate, right? Go all the way back to Hitler in your culture. Just blame somebody and hate them, and then that makes it okay to do all this other crappy stuff. So when you get out of that cycle, you start to realize, oh, well, then what is there? And you realize that as you emit, your field is what you attract. So you can get out of that cycle and start to go into a different level of vibration, and then you start to attract more. And then suddenly you have the abundance, and you suddenly have those things that these other people were promising you if you only would give them political power over you. So this is what the awareness is going to be, and that's going to happen in a big way after this election. But it's not going to be like, oh, everyone's going to have a kumbaya moment. No, they're going to be a lot of what you're used to, the name-calling, the slurring, the attacking, the evilness. Many of you are already upset by 30-second attack ads, as they are called, and you just cannot bear them and wish they would stop. And it's a beautiful thing that you're to the point where you can't stand that anymore, because that really is what the root of the system is about, just throwing hatred and blame around. And you're seeing that. You're also seeing the whole system that advertises at you constantly is kind of messed up because you let that into your consciousness. These are beautiful awarenesses. Now you have to do something about it, and that is not the physical stuff. Keep that fight going. That keeps you stuck. It is the spiritual stuff. Things are ripe on the planet. The energetics are changing on the planet. You can actually receive that now. And this will happen in a big way for many people who are saying, okay, I finally had enough this round. And their consciousness will move. You, as a spiritual leader, can actually accelerate your growth by being there to help these people, not with an I told you so, but with, hey, yeah, that's not working. I've been putting my attention here, and now I can connect to these entities and these realms, and I have these gifts and I have these abilities. You interested? Don't force it. It'll be by attraction, and they will come. And then it will be an even bigger shift. And by you choosing to be the teacher and the leader, you're going to gain it even more. Anything you give, you get. That is how it works. What you give out is what you receive. Exactly. So this is coming down the pipe. Many of you are in this beautiful place already where you've been all lovely eclipsed out. And now you're understanding, yeah, I'm getting more of these abilities. You're understanding that you're a God source being, and that is why you are expressing now, because you're letting yourself go into the light. And this will happen politically this year in a very big way. Not to the point where this whole system is done. No. There are many cycles of that to come. But enough of you will make a leap that the whole reality will change, because enough of you will be in that higher place. So we are telling you now, for those of you who still are doing the automatic blame, or still thinking that you're polarized or in opposition, or whatever it is that you do around your political training and upbringing, this will be a time for you to look within and see, can I do the energetics of what is coming down the pipe, carrying with me the energetics that I've been upgraded with by the eclipse, by what I allow to come into me. Yes, you are that powerful. You are that kind of creator. We are happy to help you. We are always there to give you this boost. And when we say we're really talking about you. This channel, Peter, he knows he had lifetimes within our system. He carries these energies. You've had these. Most of you, not all of you. Many of you know that you have this galactic root or that galactic root. Basically, the knowledge is not important of where you're from or who you are. That doesn't really mean a lot because you're in 3D. That's your reality. Live it. It means that you have access to these energies. You carry them. Those are kind of your openings, your little slots you can open to let more of that light shine into you by celebrating those connections. And we are very, very happy. And you know that those of you who relate to our energies, we are always happy to send upgrades and energetic abilities. Just tap in. They are yours. Many blessings to you. Okay, there you have the 9D Arcturian Council talking about politics. That's coming down the pipe, and that's going to change things. And I'm glad that we're going to be aware of it. So, yeah, please put your comments below. This is a discussion, especially because it's a political discussion, yeah? Okay, so put your comments below. Let's learn from each other, and help me out with a like and subscribe. Help this channel get these kinds of messages out there. It's the only way YouTube recognizes it. All right, catch you on the next one. Stay blessed till then, okay? You are amazing. Yes, you